off. This should be a good game
for
today.
for the third time. Oh man.
Here you go. All right.
Oh.
Neymar. He's I think his career is dwindling away. Kind of.
Why? Why is he not playing?
He is playing, but it's kind of like he's one of these players that are like promise so much. He's kind of, for me, always kind of flatter to deceive, kind of thing.
Yeah, I was never a big fan. I don't think Paris Saint-Germain was the right move for him either,
Nah, it looks like he did that just to get out of Messi's shadow, and be the main man somewhere else. It's gas. Luis Suarez leaving Barcelona. Apparently Messi didn't want him to leave,
Yeah.
And then he goes and he leaves and he wins the league. Jeez, man.
Who did he go to?
Atletico Madrid.
Oh, Atletico Madrid's a good team, though.
Yeah, I know, but if you're Suarez leaving, an older Suarez leaving a Barcelona, it's been looked at as like a step down. But if you're Suarez, you're like, I just went and won the league. I'm a hero at that club now. It's crazy. I mean, fair play to him in a lot of ways, Corner for Brazil here. Oh, is this a chance? Goal for Brazil. 1-0. Brazil. Wow. Little scrappy corner. Marquinhos. Oh, whipped in from the right. Look, out from the far side for a Brazil throw. Oh, great cross. Great goal. Was he offside? Oh. Bit of bad. Brazil scored a goal there and Carlson looked a fraction offside. But it was a great cross. I'm sure obviously they'll have a look at it again, but he looked. Yeah, he's offside. Crossing by Venezuela. Oh, corner kick to Venezuela. You feel this will be their best opportunities to our best chance of scoring a goal will be from a corner kick. Or like a set piece or whatever, I don't know what Nick is doing. So we're bending the ears off up close to him.
I know, I can't believe we're 28 minutes into the game already.
That actually went really fast.
Yeah, that's a great ball.
It is a great ball.
Great ball. Neymar, is it? Oh, bang it is.
What
did he wait for?
He had to score it. He opened up, did everything right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Even though he took that extra touch on the ball, he still had the space to get the shot off. But great little touch there. Boom.
Brilliant.
Skips over the guy.
Even better. It's so much room to shoot into.
So here's the funny story I want to tell you earlier. Right?
All right, yeah, here we go.
so
hang on, I think I need to sip the beer first.
Yeah, so it was that T-ball, The kids are playing.
All the paddies won't know what T-ball is.
It's basically softball or baseball for kids, So they start to just hit the ball off a tee, like golf, but it's a big tee for baseball or whatever. So they're not hitting the ball that's pitched, but the rules are still the same. It's only getting them used to the logistics of playing the game, right? They hit the ball off the tee, one of the other team catches it. It's all singles. They run to first base. They wait for the next person. They run to second base. They're not trying to steal bases and all that kind of stuff. It's just getting them used to the logistics. So
here's a chance for Brazil. Oh.
Still have it here. Oh, he done well there to leave it for that guy. Yeah. Brazil are going to tear these guys apart.
That's what I was just saying. This is Venezuela now with the fact that they're... what
the hell is
Becker's
this?
out his line.
Terrible.
Anyway, back to the T-ball story.
Yeah, so you're trying to get the kids. They're kids, like some of them are 4, some of them are 5, some of them are 7, whatever. So trying to get them to teach them. So like they hit the ball and they run to first base, right? And then you have a coach or one of the fathers is on first base. He's when I was doing first base today, so I would be telling the kids like, okay, so what's going to happen next? And they say, oh, I'm going to run to second base. But I say, what are you waiting for? And you go, oh, I'm going to wait for, whoever was up to hit the ball, and then I'm going to run to second. Okay, I said, but, so watch them hitting the ball, because then they lose concentration. If you're looking at the ground, the ball is already hit, and you're like, run, you know? So
away with the fairies.
Yeah, so there was a little fella from the other team. I was coaching first base too when we were fielding, right? So Johanna happened to be on first base and catch the ball, which is great. But this little kid, you know, he hits the ball, runs the first, you know. So the other coach from the other team is standing there and he goes to the kid, he says, okay, so, you know, where are you running to next? Or where are you going to next? You know, he says to the little kid looks up, he goes, McDonald's. I rolled around the field laughing. I was like, for fuck's sake, little serious head, where are you going next? McDonald's. I mean,
It's a half time. That's a half time there,
you
folks.
get used to it. Yeah, you know, when the kids were younger, I felt weird about putting them on a bus, though.
Why?
I don't know, it just felt a weird thing to do, not to bring them to school yourself or something.
We sent Keegan on the bus. We were living in Long Island, and the schools went down the road like here's Dunkin' Donuts, like, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was part of it, you know. He wanted it. We said, do we want to, you know, because you're paying for the bus. This is the fucking thing that pisses me off. A lot of paddies don't know this, but you know, you're paying for all the taxes and school taxes and all this, and then the bus, they charge you for the bus on top of all that.
Yeah, it's separate.
So the thing is, we weighed it up, and you know, you talk to Keegan, all his friends are going on the bus and all. It's like, oh, jeez, you know. So it's like, oh, all right.
I don't know, enough for me.
I know it's not for you, it'd be a bit creepy if you were on the bus.
Like even yeah. Fuck man, I haven't even looked at any of this game. Terrible. This is definitely the pre-match banter.
That's a great one too there, Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh!
Should have scored
How did he not
there.
score that?
Fuck me.
Neymar went sliding in. Don't say, was he offside? He wasn't off. Oh, that's
Nobody
tight.
off.
That's
Nobody off
tight.
there.
That would have gone to VAR. That was a really close one.
Should have got the foot to that.
He should have gotten to that, yeah.
But I don't think
What
he's
did you
off.
see that defending? Right, I
very
always used to
close.
wreck my head. That Venezuelan defender was wrapping his leg around for the tackle, which eats up time, and gave the other player a lot more time. He could have just slided him with his right foot because he was just blocking. He wasn't sliding the player; he was blocking the ball.
Yeah.
And would have been short amount of time to get the block across. He's wrapping the opposite leg. He's a terrible defender.
Yeah, you go and make a wall with your feet, basically.
Yeah, you're not tackling the player. No, if you're going for a tackle, that's a different.
You know, sometimes you make a wall with your feet and the guy stops and you slide on past him.
Yeah, but he went in
And
it
then
anyway.
You basically committed yourself, yeah.
100%. But he was committed in anyway. But
You're
he
not-
committed
but-
on the wrong side.
But you're not trying to get the ball. You're trying
100%.
to block
Block
the
the ball. Yeah.
But then you give the player the option of just stopping the ball.
But he's
and
fucked now. He made
saying,
a
okay,
commitment.
bye.
Yeah, but he made a commitment already. So if you're going to make that commitment, make it on the right foot.
Yeah, but he wants to get the ball.
It's bad defending, man.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it. I'm arguing about it. I didn't even see it.
I used to play the defence back home for the senior team, and you know, it slid both ways, but depending on what I thought the forward was going to do, you know what I mean?
Judge the game.
Straight off the bat, if I think that defender was or that striker was going to power run across, I want to block it. I'm not going in for a tackle. I want to block that ball because I know I will know. Well, Neymar's on the far, so you know you can see the yellow shorts pointing it in.
Yeah.
You're like, if I let this ball in, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? He only got a bit of luck there.
Yeah. No, that should have been a goal.
Oh, he's with Carlison, is it? Cross it. It's a good cross.
Too
No,
early.
it wasn't.
Too early. Look up. See who your players are at. You know.
Did you ever see that movie about Pele when he joined the team? When
Cosmo?
when he won the World Cup with Brazil. Did you ever see that movie, the Hollywood movie of his life?
No.
Very
I don't
good.
think
Like his dad was a professional footballer, you know. Oh, there's a great pass. It's with Carlison in it. She would get,
so. He's
to
gonna
get
walk
shot.
into traffic here. Yeah. Terrible.
He
He walked into a lot of traffic. It was tough. He should have probably just banged it earlier than that. You know?
yeah. What's another way in? Johan Cruyff from Barcelona came up with the tiki-taki. You know, so the Brazilians grow up with, I forget that, not that brain fart, the name of the style of football. It's like the entertainment, but it's in Portuguese. I don't know what flamboyant nickname. I'll have to come back to that one again. But the 54 team, they were one of those big things expected of them, and they failed. They didn't win it, you know. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty to Brazil. Oi. Referee seemed adamant. Let's see.
Ginga.
Yeah, that's ringing a bell. Ginga, yeah.
Jinga.
The Jenga, yeah. It's like
Jenga or Ginga.
they play like the Harlem Globetrotters with football, you know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Let's see. I'm just
Come
looking at this.
on.
Let's see. Look at that defender. Oh, he hit him. He clipped his left foot. Clipped him.
He stepped across him.
It's
It
clumsy.
didn't look like much from this angle or
clumsy.
whatever.
The referee was, it's clumsy, man.
Yeah.
Referee, just watch the way the referee reacted. He was 100%. Look at him, watch him. He's like a stonewaller straight away, you know.
So Brazil was introduced to football during the 19th century, and ever since then the game evolved as more people began to play and brought in a unique style of football called Jinja?
Jenga.
Jinga. The word literally means sway, representing the
Sway.
moves of the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so they didn't. They went to the World Cup and they didn't. I don't know how they did in the end, but they didn't win it. You know,
Yeah.
as Neymar steps up, take a penalty here for Brazil, he'd probably miss it. That happened with the Denmark player, plays for Tottenham. He missed the penalty. Højbjerg. And Eriksson is the penalty taker. Felt bad for him, like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Felt bad for Højbjerg. Obviously, we all felt bad for Eriksson. Jeez. Oh, nice penalty.
Yeah.
Neymar tucked it in.
Hard to get excited about that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, did that little jig or whatever. And
So anyway,
placed it into the bottom right hand corner.
yeah. So they came back from the Brazil, and the public were kind of not staying them, but the team felt stained or whatever. They didn't do themselves justice. They got failure within Brazil.
Yeah.
So Pele was 15, and this happened. You know, he's in school and he's getting picked for the team, and you know the way they go and see their name on a sheet or whatever, and he's getting picked or whatever. So he's doing better and better. But then he gets called up to the Brazilian. I think either
Youths or whatever.
I think it was the youths, and big deal. Obviously, his dad very proud, and he started doing well. And then along the way, he's had to get notified. He's had to going into the seniors, and he's like, "What the hell?" You know what I mean? He's only 15, 16. He's in the seniors. This is bonkers.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
named him in the prelim squad or something for the World Cup. This is the World Cup in 1958. I'm not too sure. Check the 58 World Cup there. And he's in the squad for the 1958 World Cup and literally wins the World Cup for them, scoring hat-tricks and all, and like literally wins the World Cup for them at 17. I think he was 17 at that time. And that's something that gets, I think it was one of the old timers back home, you saw us, like my granddad and all. He says it's very easy to be living in the current market of anything, you know, and you get kids, there's no way Pele is that good and all. He was obviously goddamn special. He was 17, get dragged in, and he literally won them the World Cup. Yeah. So then, with the style of Jenga, or the Jenga, whatever, Jenga, whatever, you know, the style of the Brazil, that was how he played. His dad drilled it into him as a kid. This is what you do. It's the Brazilian way. And he was the main man at 17, winning it.
How does anybody today in today's game even take a risk on a 17-year-old? You know, like.
Doesn't happen that way. No, it doesn't happen
That's what
that
I'm
way
saying.
unless you're. But it goes back to the yoke of. He was obviously a prodigy of his era. Obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They say he's not that good. Just show me another 17-year-old playing senior international football today, or since then even.
And go watch the footage of it when you're 17. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's like unbelievable. And you're doing that at 17 against seasoned
Choppy. There's a yellow card for Venezuela.
But it bugs me because it's like, it's the equivalent of, because we don't have an awful lot of video footage, you know, and you will get people going, oh, no, he scored crappy league, he did this all at the World Cups against the best in the world. So, I mean, the same argument could be thrown against Messi. Then why doesn't Messi do in the World Cup? It was that easy. He doesn't do it in the World Cup. No. Ronaldo's never done it in the World Cup.
No.
So it's like, it's obviously something, he's obviously doing something. And this is the thing that frustrates me. It's like if there's no video footage, that's the only thing I think Ronaldo and Messi nowadays have of them. You've got tons of videos of them, you know, of them. And they pretend none of them have any videos. And in 1,000 years, someone's saying, Messi and Ronaldo weren't that good. And then, but we lived through that.
No,
And go, no,
there
they're
is something
special.
to be said though for a 17-year-old showing up.
And
No,
dragging the team by the scruff of the neck.
yeah, but in that era as well, like if
You get
like,
battered.
I don't know. Like at that stage, like most of the players, are they coming from club level football? Are they coming from, your England's, your Spain's? No, probably not in '58, right? I'd say nearly everybody playing in '58 in the English league was probably from England.
Yeah, I'd say I'm both
So
of them, yeah.
he was probably playing. Could probably be fucking playing high school football. Probably not in Brazil at that time. Maybe he was playing some club level football. Like to be dragged out, to be dragged from there and be like, yeah, let's go win a fucking World Cup. I mean, that's. I was getting another point there, but I lost it.
No, it's thing. And my angle is like, it deserves its space because if all the best players of that era, every one of them said the same thing, it's like all the best players in the world talking about Messi now. It's like, they're not, I mean, I would take their opinions.
Yeah, but I think you see Messi now on a world stage. I think you can prepare so it's like two fighters getting in a ring, right? If I've seen this guy fight before, I'm going to prepare to defend against his style or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm prepped getting into the ring. But if you throw in a guy in the ring I've never seen before, don't know what to expect. Now he could probably shock me with a few things, which is
100%.
on a different level with football.
Okay, and that's 1958. Now go watch Pelé in 1970 when he's a grown ass man and he's like off the charts.
Yeah,
amazing.
There's no questioning that. This guy come out with
it's a freak. That's just. I was going to say that's once in a lifetime thing, but literally is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so special. Same with Maradona. I mean, obviously Maradona was a freak. You know what I mean?
I think it's an age-old thing where it's like, oh yeah, but in today's game,
it's
game,
bollocks.
blah, blah,
You
blah,
can't
blah.
do that.
Yeah, you can't. No. You seen Mike Tyson talking to Muhammad Ali, and you ask Mike Tyson, would you beat Muhammad Ali? And Mike Tyson's like, no fucking
No.
way.
He always says no, not a chance.
And then you ask Muhammad Ali, and he's like, I wouldn't even get in the ring with the fucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just a different thing. You don't fucking know, like,
Yeah.
when Ali was in his prime, would he have got in the ring with him? Would he not have got? Like, yeah, fucking Mike Tyson's an animal.
But the thing is, you hear like Tyson's a real scholar of boxing. The way your man Gus D'Amato used to have him up in the Catskills, they just watch old videos of all the fighters. And he always says that Ali's fight IQ. It's like Mayweather's fight IQ. It's just like, whereas Mayweather, he wasn't just, or Ali was, he figured out everything. Like, and again, you're just you judge everybody in that prime, you know. It's not, I mean, how do you think about Ali and he's getting old and all? It's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's like thinking Maradona, he's coked over. It's like, you don't judge him on that. You judge him what's the best of his ability.
Yeah.
It's Mexico 86. What's the best of peak Ronaldo and Messi? Probably 5 years ago, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You judge them on that. That's the best of their powers.
Listen, Messi needed Iniesta and he needed Xavi. Messi wouldn't be Messi without them.
Oh, 100%. They were amazing.
But Pele was Pele without anybody. Maradona was Maradona without anybody.
Yeah, well, the 1970 Brazil team, arguably one of the best international teams ever, and Brazil had some smashing players. They did. The '58 team, not so much, and he was only 17.
So what did Maradona do in Italy? Who was he playing with?
Napoli won the league with them, but they're a mid-table team. That's unbelievable.
Messi, go play with Napoli and win the league.
Yeah, he was with Barcelona, and then going to Napoli and winning them the league for Napoli is like literally. It's like Ronaldo signing for a mid-table team.
Southampton win the league.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's definitely a real amazing thing that can never be taken away. I mean, again, when you have debates with people that are Ronaldo gang or Messi gang, I'm like, I think it's very easy to disregard Maradona and all these other players.
Yeah,
it's like, it's very, I don't know, man. It's very, he was the best in the world for a reason. And he was the only one.
Look at this, give this out to the right. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, he had all that space there, my gosh.
The other guy's out there shaking his fucking head, boy. For fuck's sake. Give it away to him.
Oh, look at that casual, well read by the Brazil player. Edge of the box here. Oh.
Like, when you talk about Pele playing in Pele's day, he also was only playing to beat the players around him.
Yeah.
He wasn't thinking like, I have to play out of my skin.
Yeah.
He wasn't thinking like, I have to play in the 2021 game or the 2020 game. He was like, this is the game today, this is how hard I have to play. This is what
Yeah.
I have to do to beat these guys. And that's what he focused on. So when it came to beating the guys, it was easy. So
Yeah.
if you put him in the 2020 EM and you take the same mind and say this is what you have to do and win in this day and age, you're telling me he won't be able to do it?
Yeah, that's the thing because because people say that, and I think that's very. I think it's an ignorant comeback in the debate. Well, what are you doing nowadays? Well, how who say he wouldn't be better than anyone these days? You don't know that.
Yeah,
You're judging
he's-
where he was at in his own era. Same thing with Jordan and basketball. All these greats, you judge them on what they are at the time.
I gotta find out what that record is.
100-meter sprint record.
I don't know whether it was a 100-meter sprint. It could have been a mile. It could have been the fastest mile. It could have been.
Oh,
Could have been something.
could have been Roger Bannister with the 4-minute mile.
It could have been. Maybe that's.
He was forced and that broke it.
4 is something in there. Yeah.
Roger Bannister. You Google him.
4-minute mile. I'll
Put
do
Roger
that.
Bannister.
Within a year after he did it, so did 24 others.
Bonkers. Yeah.
So within a year after him breaking, which was impossible, it was experts said it's impossible, it's never going to happen. Nobody's going to break the 4-minute mile. This comes out, breaks the 4-minute mile, and 24 more people did it within a year.
It's crazy when you think of it that way, now.
Yeah, so it was just he proved that it could be
It
done.
could be done.
So
Which is the
everybody else
biggest
is like, no, just go out and do it.
Yeah.
But before that, everybody was in their own head going, yeah, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible.
Google his shoes. Have a look at his shoes he went in.
Yeah, what if he was in a pair of fucking Nike, whatever, yeah.
I'd argue he probably would have gotten a second or two off the record.
I'm pretty sure people have beaten his record.
Oh, yeah, totally. But he was the first one to do it, which is a big milestone. No one else can do it. Imagine being the second one. It's like the second man that walked on the moon. You're not the first, though, are you?
No.
People, plenty of people have been
What
to
was
the
his
moon
name?
to walk on the moon.
Buzz Aldrin, right?
Buzz Aldrin, I think, was the second, yeah.
Yeah, look at these fucking shoes.
Give me a look.
I mean,
It's like bleeding bowling shoes.
they were sold at auction on Thursday for more than £266,500.
Wow.
So,
That's gas. So the second guy, he probably couldn't get someone to wash his bleeding shoes. Never mind bleeding. Oh, here's a chance for Brazil, and it's a.
goal.
He missed it. Jesus, yeah, Man City. I don't rate him. I think he's that good. Here's a break in for Brazil. And, here we go. Cross it.
Give it. Oh,
Chested it in. That's 3-0 to Brazil.
Gabby.
Yeah.
Nice goal. Nice little ball, little flick, loads of time. One of those things, isn't it? You know, deal here 3-0. Probably not going to see much more action after this 88 minute, 89 minute, whatever. But
I was going to say.
if he fucks up there, I'm like, Jesus Christ, come on, man. This is so much. You have this, you know.
He's on.
Yeah. That was Neymar, right? He skips the keeper here, boom. He's actually fucking playing well here. He's playing a lot better than what I'm used to seeing from him, I guess.
Yeah, true. Yeah, what was I going to say?
The problem is not that he's a bad player. The problem is he's overrated. So you always expect more out of
Yeah,
him.
that's what it. Fair point. Because he's not shy.
Yeah, it's just that somebody paid 100
He's
million for him.
he's a
And now
good
it's
player.
like, yeah, who the fuck pays 100 million for
But
a
he's
guy?
not-
You want a
he's-
lot out of him.
He's not. For me, he's not elite.
He ain't Ronaldo. He ain't Messi.
Yeah, he's in maybe the tier below that. That's full time, folks. As we come to the end of a very exciting game that we were just entrenched in.
Yeah. We're passively watching. An easy win for Brazil in the end.
Yes, kind of like. It looked like we didn't break a sweat.